So we'll turn first to Lauren O'Malley, who was in the first session. Thanks, Lauren, for being here.
Thank you.
She talked to the challenge statements were all around the challenges of combating domestic terrorism. So will you share with us what you learned from that session?
Of course. So we had a really productive discussion led by Gina Ligon, Chad Reifer, and Jim Dunlap, and it really focused on the gaps that exist in the ecosystem of information. And what was really encouraging for me as an NCITE grad student is knowing that NCITE is part of that solution to address those gaps. We discussed the gaps in distributing relevant information, both in finding the right information that agencies need, but then getting it to the agencies that need them in a timely manner. And there was a really big focus on predictive analysis and having the right data in a time where you can use it before the event happens, and really being proactive versus reactive. And that kind of touched on what Secretary Cohen said earlier on not forcing past constructs out of existing frameworks onto new problems. In terms of developing baseline assessments, we talked about how natural level macro threat assessments are a better unit of analysis than state or local level, and looking at the communication in ideological spaces between actors as opposed to looking at the group itself or the collective organization, which we have researchers doing here at NCITE, and really the patterns of ideas, behaviors, the common narrative, all of these things that came up were opportunities for NCITE to be part of that solution and address the gaps that DHS was experiencing. Again, it was really encouraging to hear their problems and to know that NCITE can be part of that solution.
Thanks so much, Lauren. So just to make sure, I think I glossed over that. What's going to happen is we're going to synthesize the challenge statements from each session and share the broad statement from those professionals. Then we'll provide this additional insight that was taken. There were at least 2 note takers in each session that will provide the feedback that occurred. And then we'll follow up with those who would like to propose potential research programs and ideas around them. So that will be our way forward. Thank you so much, Lauren, for this really great summary of what happened.
Thank you so much.